Hello everybody, and I've just had the pleasure of watching the first episode of Legion. It's essentially an X-Men TV show, and it follows the story of David. Now, David in the comics is the son of Professor X, Charles Xavier. Now, in this first episode, there's no direct connection to that. This is an adaptation after all. Now, David is essentially this. The episode starts where he's a young man and he's been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and it then goes through certain events in his life which leads him to being in a mental asylum. Now, what I love the most about this episode is this One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Stanley Kubrick feel of eerie mental institutions, and mixed with this kind of a 1960s sensibility. The costumes that people are wearing are very 1960s, and the feel of it, the very kind of Blake 7 uber clean 2001 clean sets. Everything's very white, or they've got these like fake windows that are supposed to make the patients feel serene in their environment. And before getting into the storyline, I noticed these things about it, and I thought they really, really hit this right on the head, this nail on the head. And I was sucked in straight away into this environment. Now, David himself is, like I say, he's a schizophrenic, and he really has no idea what he's doing here, what's real, what isn't real. And in this first episode, for the majority of the time, we see things through his reality, or surreality, as the case may be. He's leaping in and out of moments, whether he's been interrogated by government officials one minute, or whether he's being questioned by a psychiatrist the next minute, and we leap around in his mind throughout these moments. It's very complicated, to be brutally honest with you, especially from a pilot episode's point of view. Now, when it comes to his mutant powers, you slowly kind of get to grips with what his powers actually are. We get the impression that he has powers of telepathy and telekinesis, and this is done through these kind of surreal moments, these visions that David is having. For example, there's a moment which is caught in a flashback, and he's in a family member's home, and he's getting angry and frustrated with himself. And within moments, the entire kitchen just essentially implodes on him. Stuff's flying out of cupboards, out of kitchen utensils and ovens and washing machines, and everything's just going all over the place. And the funny thing is, it does show you in a way that, is this real? Is this actually happening? Or is this just inside his head? Now, in the final third of this episode, we basically come to the conclusion that he is a mutant, and there are other mutants out there. And that was a real big, brilliant payoff for me, especially in the final scene. You do get to see some of these other mutants, and David, even at that point, David says, am I here? Is this real? What's going on? And then the final end credit moment is just, it says Legion with a big X in the word Legion. And I was like, woo, X-Men. Now, there's never really been an X-Men TV show before, no, all you people out there are saying, what about Generation X back in the 90s? I'm not counting that, because that was terrible. But not only have we never had an X-Men TV show before, but we've never really seen a TV show like this as cerebral. I think the closest thing we'd maybe get to a superhero TV show like this is probably Heroes. But Heroes did follow a certain chronology. Even in the first episode, fair enough, in the first episode, there's those moments where Peter Petrelli in Heroes is having dreams of him being able to fly, and that's kind of the only part of it where we don't know whether it's a dream or reality. But in this particular TV show, we are bounced around, like I've mentioned, through these different realities, and us as a viewer don't really know what's real and what isn't real. Now, it does have kind of a dry sense of humour about this episode, and I really enjoyed that. And the guy who plays David, really kind of has that psychotic twinkle in his eye, as if there is something wrong inside his mind. And from that point of view, the fact that obviously we're seeing everything through his eyes, essentially, it does suck you into this kind of chaos which is going on upstairs. Now, in the comics of Legion, which is essentially around the New Mutants, which is like the young X-Men, the character of David, his core character was that of a child, even though he was a grown man. Almost like his schizophrenia had buried his one true personality deep down. And in the comics, he actually adopts several different other personalities of other mutants. For example, there's one who's like got telekinesis, one's got telepathy, one who has the ability to bend space and time. Now, whether they're going to step into the fact that he's got these other mutants' personalities within him, or this TV show is just going to express that they're already in him and he is a true schizophrenic in that kind of aspect, I don't know. I'm interested to see how deep they go into that kind of the lore of the comics. That really, really intrigues me. But all in all, as a first ever episode, I'm sucked in, and I can't wait for episode 2, to be honest with you. Like I say, it captures kind of the true psychosis of being inside a mental institution. And, you know, I mean, they have these wonderful fisheye camera shots which give the impression of containment, and you're stuck in, it's like they're stuck inside this bubble of control and routine, and David essentially breaks out of that. And I really, really enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch the next episode, like I said. I'm actually not even sure what day it's on, because I just caught it on Sky. I assume it's on the Fox network. Anyway, guys, I can't wait to watch the next episode. I'm really, really looking forward to it. And if you've watched the first episode as well, please comment down below. And if you haven't watched it, go and get it watched and let me know what you think. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Click subscribe if you want to see more. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.